My name is Richard Niesche. I'm a senior lecturer here in the School of Education at UNSW. My main area of research is educational leadership, and specifically the work of school principals. For the last 5 years or so, I've been researching leadership in disadvantaged schools. So I've been looking at the work that school principals have been doing in very difficult contexts. So I'm looking at the constraints for them in their work and the sorts of strategies and practices they're implementing to overcome that disadvantage. A lot of people think leadership is basically around the individual and characteristics, so we have a lot of personal characteristics in terms of how we describe leadership. I would rather see it as a relationship between groups of an individual and groups of people, and the sorts of practices and activities that they're involved in. So therefore it gets away from emphasising particular traits as being important in our leaders. So therefore we're getting away from the sort of the charismatic, the strong leadership kind of descriptions, and more around to what people do in particular contexts and how they engage with others. Well, obviously we all know education is important, and school leadership is one of those critical factors in terms of making sure our schools are not only running properly and efficiently, but are actually engaged in high quality teaching and learning. And while school principals don't have a direct impact on student outcomes, they create the environment in which good teaching and learning can take place in our schools. Well, particularly in our field of educational leadership, we have a critical mass of high quality researchers in the field. We're in a very privileged position here in that we have 3 full-time staff doing teaching and research in educational leadership. There aren't many schools and faculties of education that can actually boast that, and particularly in Sydney and New South Wales. So I think we're in a prime position to demonstrate that we have the expertise in that particular area.